Hello, hi guys. Hi, this is Sagar. Or today's video would be in English, Hindi plus English, so that most of you can understand what I actually mean to say. So आज हम बात करेंगे कि why the progress report of today's year is down. बोलते हैं ना कि पेरेंट्स टीचर्स मीटिंग होती है स्कूल में, पर कॉलेज में नहीं होती, उसके बाद नहीं होती. सो द उसके बाद जो एग्ज़ाम होते हैं ना, दैट इज़ नॉट ऑन हाउ मच यू कैन मग अप, हाउ मच यू कैन रिप्रोड्यूस ऑन द पेपर. उस बेसिस पे होती ही नहीं है. It is everything is determined by how much you earn, like whatever it is, what kind of a mental peace you have. These things are taken into consideration. And so today we are gonna obviously talk about this topic, which is why your progress card is down. So hi guys, hi, welcome to my channel Mind Your Happiness, जिसमें हम जैसी सभी चीज़ों पे बात करते हैं कि how you can improve yourself, how your mental peace should be good, because these days it is extremely important. People are earning lots of money, but they are not getting the mental peace they want to have, because the value of mental peace is different each time. उसकी वैल्यू हर वक्त बदलते रहती है. जो भी डिफरेंस होता है ना, वो मान लो कि आप उस मेंटल पीस की वैल्यू है. ठीक है. सो मैंने कुछ पॉइंट्स लिख के रखे हैं. सो आई जस्ट I have written those points in brief. I'll just expand those ideas and points, and let's see what happens. So my first point is this very bad habit of flexing in today's youth. So flexing when we all were teenagers was usually good, but now even if people who are 30, 40, even 45, they are kind of very interested in flexing. I don't know, like what the paribhasha of flex in your life is. But in today's era, like those who actually can't afford to have an iPhone, they also are like kind of having an iPhone. They are taking it on EMI. EMI was an option earlier when nobody was able to afford it, but they really needed that special thing. Like they needed that bike, they needed that tractor for the farmer, they needed some loan installments. So this provision was given to them, but now some private companies have come up and they are giving this easy facility of no cost EMI, or EMI on interest rate less than 16%, but which in the long term the value becomes a lot. You end up paying around twice or 1.5 times the actual principal amount, which is very huge, and if not paid on time, that can become worse. So क्या आपको पता है कि द रेवेन्यू ऑफ एप्पल इज राइजिंग ईच ईयर एज पर द financial year 2024-25, I think, or maybe the last year. I'm not sure of the exact figures, but the revenue of Apple, you can search it on Google, the revenue of Apple rose 36%. That's huge. The revenue of Apple is in billions only when it is considered in India. And as far as I know, they opened 3 stores in India last year, and they are also thinking of extending that count to 4 more stores this year. So what this shows, that Apple is committed to sell more iPhones here in India, to have it footprints deeper into the Indian ecosystem, and want to become number 1 smartphone seller in India. So what will they do? They'll just try to lure people out of their interests and try to sell more iPhones here after again and again. But their iPhone is costing around 80 to 1 lakh rupees, or if you get it on second hand, even if in that case it is 40,000, 35 lakh, at least 35,000. But even if the youth who is not even getting employment, not even able to secure their employment status, they are just thinking of having an iPhone, which in these terms is very bad situation. Okay, and the second I would like to talk about your being badly controlled in today's era. I'll give you a prime example of Mitrovkin archive. Mitrovkin archive, what is this thing? So ये है क्या? Actually 5-6 साल पहले ये एक डॉक्यूमेंट्री मैंने देखा था कि उसमें क्या है. Mitrovkin, उनका सरनेम है. He was a dual agent, like he belonged to the Soviet, then the Soviet Union split into Russia and other countries. So he then belonged to Russia, but after a few years he took an exile and he got settled in the US. But after a few years he was killed, obviously, by the Russian spies. But during all these years, what he actually did is he kind of started hating the Russian philosophy. When he was a spy and was deployed in India, he himself did the work, but after a few years he thought of exposing the bad practices of these kind of nations, like what they were actually doing to control the youth of other countries and have more control, have more power over those nations which they personally thought are third world nations. Okay. So what he told in those archives is, so he documented all those things, and these documents he published in the form of a book, and these documents are called as Mitrovkin archives. Try to just see on YouTube, like search on YouTube, and let me know in the comment section below, like how do you feel the Mitrovkin archives are. Okay. So in Mitrovkin archives, what he has told is how the Indian youth was exposed to drugs, like what all things were there, so that they forget about their original motives, like how they want to progress in their own life, and just be totally engaged in consuming or abuse of bad substances. The other thing is, like there's a saying in Hindi, like जिनके 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 टेलीविजन स्क्रीन के घर की खिड़कियों से बड़े होते हैं, उन पे कभी विश्वास ना करें, because they are all the time just exposed in front of the screen, and whatever is shown on their screen, they totally believe it. It is usually said that when you are exposed to a particular thing again and again, even if it's false, the very next day you kind of, or gradually, you kind of think that it is true. Okay, and the truth cannot be changed into the actual truth within very few days. It takes a lot of years. Okay, so the youth of a nation is very badly influenced by bad substances, bad ideology. You all might have seen what all happened with TikTok, why it was banned in I don't know what the status of TikTok is currently now, but why people are thinking of banning it in America, why it was banned in the why it was banned in India. Like the prime examples of these are like other Chinese apps as well. They were showing some other content in China, and they were showing some other content in the US. Bad content no, but how they can be easily controlled by the Chinese government, how they can become more dull and dull again each day. Okay, the next thing is I can see over here is the problem with today's youth is, especially the Indian youth, is they are actually trying to live someone else's timeline. Like even if they think that it is not their time to study, and if they see that their friend is actually having going to club, going to party, spending a lot of money, even if they don't have money, they are kind of interested in spending a lot of money, even if they should be engaging themselves in studying about things, they are not doing so. They are trying to fit into the society of some other person, which is not good. Okay, I'll sum up by saying this one thing. I was recently hearing to the conversation between Skype founder Kunal Shah and Nothing Phone CEO. So you know what this Indian founder told, what the problem with the Indian youth is? I'll sum up it for you. You know what he said? He said, what is happening in India? A lot of young people in India are worried about their reputation when they have none. Thank you.